There comes a time when the noise of the world can no longer tell you who you are. A moment, quiet but undeniable, when the outer voices lose their power and the inner one begins to rise. Not because you fight for it, but because you finally grow tired of being pulled away from yourself. Every voice fades, every expectation, every should. Every label you've worn like a costume just to keep the peace, and what remains is a silence that feels like truth. That silence is the soul. It is not empty, not hollow, not the absence of thought. It is the place where all things real collect their breath, the place where you are not required to perform, impress, or justify, where the world cannot reach you unless you open the door. The soul waits, patiently, faithfully, beneath the noise, beneath the striving, beneath the heartbreak and the hurry. Beneath the masks you learned to wear long before you understood you didn't need them. The soul doesn't rush, it doesn't shout, it doesn't demand that you listen. It whispers, "Be still. Remember me." And when you finally do, when you let the world pause for just a heartbeat, something ancient stirs. Not something you discover, but something you recognize. A homecoming that requires no proof, no explanation. It feels like recognizing a face you've always known but haven't seen in years. You realize then you were never lost. You were only distracted, pulled by stories that were never yours, shaped by fears that weren't your own. The soul doesn't need to chase anything. It doesn't need to become. It simply asks you to return. Return to the breath that carries you. Return to the moment that asks for nothing more than your presence. Return to the love within you that doesn't depend on achievement or approval. We think enlightenment is a mountaintop, some distant place where all pain disappears and all questions dissolve. But it's not. Enlightenment is found in the space between thoughts, in that tender, fleeting pause when your heart says, "I am enough." It's in the smile that comes from nowhere, the peace that enters without permission, the softness that touches you even when life is not gentle. It's in forgiving yourself for not knowing sooner, for bending to survive, for carrying burdens that were never meant to be yours. Every struggle you faced was never a punishment. It was a lantern, a guide, a doorway, a teacher. It didn't break you. It illuminated the path back to the quiet within the flame. And as you grow still, as you let yourself return to the center of your being, you feel it again, that subtle, living glow. The soul doesn't rise above life, it rises through it, through laughter that shakes you open, through heartbreak that softens your edges, through silence that resets your spirit, through the soft hands of time shaping you gently, even when you don't notice. The soul does not ask for perfection. It asks for presence, to show up to each moment not as who the world wants, but as who you truly are, to be awake in your own being, to meet each breath like an old friend, to walk gently inside your own skin and call that holiness. Because the truth, the real truth, is simple and has always been simple. You are not here to earn worthiness, to chase validation, to become something extraordinary in the eyes of a world that forgot how to see. You are here to remember the quiet brilliance that was always yours, to remember that you already are everything you were meant to be. The flame was never outside you. It has always burned within.